Steel Hunters is the latest and possibly greatest game from Wargaming. My name's Adam Cook from lootlevelchill.com. I'm here with Sean Smith. Hello, Sean.
Nice to be with you, Adam.
Indeed, nice to have you on, I think, your first video. But the reason you're here is because you have been playing Steel Hunters. You went off to a preview event and played about an hour of it.
So, yeah, went up to Guildford last week. We got a lovely welcome from the Wargaming staff and all the PR. It was a really good day. Got to say, the coffee there was off the chain. And we got very well looked after, and we got a tour of the studio. And what I will say is the sheer scope of this game is, and like the number of people that are working on it around the globe is quite mind-blowing. So they've got like a whole huge studio with all kinds of people working on the artwork, on the maps, on the design. And we got to meet quite a few of them, and the level of dedication that's gone into this one is pretty mind-blowing. For those that aren't aware, it's a kind of free-to-play PvP shooter that is kind of extraction based, and the thing that kind of sets it apart for me is, you know how you'll see this in my preview as well, but you take like Overwatch, for example, you've got all the distinct types of character, so it kind of mixes things up a bit and you can choose which style of character you like the best. Well, these mechs in this game that are called hunters, they've all got very, very distinct play styles and characteristics. And in the storyline, the humanity's been wiped out. It's like your standard sort of post-apocalyptic you get in games. But these mechs are kind of imbued with a sense of personality because they're fused with the human being inside them that kind of controls them.
Right.
So you can go on, I think in part of the capture, you'll see some of the bios on there as well. They've got these really detailed biographies of each one. And there's a bear one called Ursus, which is like the big brawler. You've got one that's based on a wolf, so it's kind of like a crouched down on all fours with a cannon on its back. There's a spider one, like an arachnid one, which is really cool. There's standard kind of gaming trope ones as well. So there's like a medic, which is called the trench walker. There's a sniper, which is called the heartbreaker. So that kind of looks a bit like an Eldar from Games Workshop, if anyone's familiar with that kind of stuff. Warhammer with like a sniper rifle. And then there's like a machine gun Space Marine one, and they're all, I've got to play with all of them, and I think my favourite was the wolf, Fenris, the wolf, and that seemed to be the general consensus amongst the other journos there as well, with the kind of back mounted cannon. And what happens, you get dropped in, there's 6 teams make up each game lasts about 10 maybe 15 minutes top. So it's quite breezy. It's not like something that's going to take up too much time if you just want to dip in and have a little crack and then dip back out again. And you basically win by completing the extraction or wiping out all the other teams. Along the way, there's loads of loot and stuff to plunder on the playing field. There's these kind of NPC drones that are around that you can shoot down, and they can give you some extra bits and pieces as well. And occasionally, like, little objectives will pop up. So, like, there'll be like some special kind of drone that will appear somewhere on the map, and if you go to that and take it out, you'll get like a really tasty loot crate. And it's just really good fun. There's so much variety because of all the different mech types. And I mean, you know me, this isn't my normal sort of game at all. And I'm crap at these sorts of games, but I actually found myself winning a few matches, and it kind of boosted my snake's belly low self-esteem going into it. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and there's a real commitment by Wargaming to try and keep the costs of this one down so that it's affordable to play for everyone. I think some of the, if you look at World of Tanks and what's the other one, World of Warplanes, there's been a bit of controversy. You can basically pay to win, essentially, but they're trying to avoid that with this, and you know, players that have already played the beta, they can carry all their stats and stuff over into the main game, and they describe it as being something you don't need to drop any money on. You can still enjoy it without having to spend loads of money, which I thought was pretty cool. Whether that actually comes to fruition will remain to be seen. But it's an impressive game. It looks great. It sounds great.
Is it fast paced or slow, or does it depend on like the how different are the well, I was gonna say characters, but the classes? Is it just different skills, or they like really feel distinctly different in terms of movement and everything?
They've all got the ability to dash and jump. I'm used to playing stuff like, you know, Armored Core, where you can fly and jump and do all kinds of mad stuff. But they are all very different. Some are faster than others. You've got like there's a kind of summoner class that can essentially the sort of fantastical elements of Destiny, you know, like the wizards and witches and all that kind of stuff. You've got the medic, the trench walker that can heal on the battlefield, and there's so many branching skill trees as well, so you can level all of your characters up, and it's unreal. But there's a lot of mileage to kind of customize your mechs. And interestingly, when we were walking around, the one thing that I thought was that this game would be perfect for licensing. So
Right.
for something like Transformers or Gundam or something like that, do you know what I mean? So yeah, it looks like it's going to be really fun. It's coming out on Steam on PC first, but I think it'll be really popular, and it's a lot of fun. Like I say, it looks great. The maps are really detailed. It kind of looks a bit like, what did it remind me of? A little bit like Horizon Zero Dawn, like very lush, lots going on. And some of the maps are based around real life locations as well. So there's one that's based around Wales, which I found quite amusing. And we saw some of the sketches and like the artwork for the maps that are in development too. So yeah, it's a nice looking, fun game, free to play. No reason not to download it and get all over it and try it out. I didn't have much fault to pick with it really, other than maybe, you know, the cooldown stuff, but that's got to be expected, I suppose. They have to have some limitations. So yeah, we'll look forward to playing that one when it comes out. I'll certainly be having a go on it. Be interesting to see whether I can get it running on the Steam Deck.
Well, yeah, if you do want to play it, it's out in April 2nd, early access on PC via Steam. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you click subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment and all that sort of stuff. And you can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/lootlevelchill. Sean, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. And everybody else, we'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.